Okay, so now I accessed back to the main control panel, and what we're gonna do is the database. So in this case, we're looking for MySQL, and it says here MySQL. So I'm just gonna click on it, and it says to create a database. So in this case, I'm just gonna name it double C for Chase Corp, and we need to keep a note of this. It's very important. And my password for the user. So we're just gonna go ahead and create a dummy password, whatever. Chase12345 and Chase12345. Okay. Create database, and there we go. It already created the database, and I can see here it's actually given us all the details, which is pretty good. So I'm just gonna copy that, and I'm gonna put it on a notepad because we're gonna use that later. Perfect. So now let's go back here, and let's make sure this is working. So what we want to do is we're gonna actually access chasecorp.host.22 again. So I'm just gonna use this tab, chasecorp.host22.com, and in here we want to click on WordPress. And this is the important part. We're actually now installing WordPress, and once this step is done, actually we will already have a web page. So let's click on create a configuration, and here let's go. So database name, and in this case we're gonna use our useful notepad. So let's see, it says the name of the database you want to run it in, and this is the database. Just gonna copy and put it in here, and then the username, it's the same. The password, it's the one we created, Chase12345. Now for the database host, it's this one. Okay. And table prefix WP, it's fine, just leave it. So submit and run the install. So now this is actually the title already for the web page. So I'm just gonna give it a title. So test free web page config. Username, whatever you want, and remember this is just to access WordPress and to manage your application. And then put the password twice. So I'm just gonna put whatever password. Actually, I'm gonna make it a bit harder. And finally, the email. This email is very important to put a good email, because if in case you lose your password or whatever, it's gonna be sent there. So I'm just gonna use chasecorp test1 hotmail.com and allow my so install it. Perfect. And as fast as that, our website apparently has been installed. So let's log in, admin, and just to be sure, it's my password. That's it. Okay, remember me, log in. And there you have it. We've successfully installed this website. So let's check it out. Let's check out how our web page looks. I'm just gonna copy this part, and I'm just gonna paste it in here. And ta-da! You just have a new web page. See, free web page config, has home, sample page. So now I'm just gonna give you a quick look into some of the more important WordPress aspects. So for that, let me expand a bit the screen and get back to you. Okay, now we have the screens expanded. So as you can see here, it says basically hello world and sample page, and this is some content that it just puts in there to show you. So we're gonna go back to dashboard, And in this part we're gonna click on pages, and we're gonna add a new page, and it's gonna be called test page, test 1, and we're gonna click on publish. So that's gonna create a new web page, and we're gonna make even another one. It's gonna be a sub page, test. And here in the parent we want to select the first page to be a sub page, and then publish. And if you need any help on this, I would strongly recommend you to go to wordpress.org and look for the part of docs. Here it has everything you need to know on how to manage your site and how to add content, how to change the themes or whatever. So for now, since I already published, let me show you. So here I have the sample page, this test page, which has our test subject, and here it has a sub page. So let's say I don't like this theme. Let me show you how I would easily change it. Let's go back to, again, our dashboard, and then what we want to do is click on appearance, themes. And again, if you need help with WordPress themes or selecting a different type of theme, access my website chasecorp.com and just look for WordPress themes. And here we already have this one installed, like it's a default, so we're just going to activate it, and I'm going to show you what the page looks like. So it's a completely new, different page, but only in the looks. It still has all the content you had and everything. And there you have it. You have a new page. So for the last part of this tutorial, I'm gonna show you, as I said, I don't want to access my page as chasecorp.com.host22.com. I just want to access it as chasecorp.com.tk. So for this, we're gonna go to chasecorp.com, my page, and here WordPress and setup on host. So on this part, you can see here it says add free domain providers. So we're just gonna go to dot, and here let's basically just go ahead and put chasecorp.com in there. We're just gonna click on go, and it's gonna ask us for some information here. And as you can see here, the registration length, it's, if we were to register this site, it would last 12 months, but we can just keep on registering for free. So there we go, and then we would basically click on sign up. Okay, so once that's done, we should get an email for a confirmation, and the email is basically here. So what we want to do is we want to click on confirm and copy that confirmation code, and that's it. As soon as we have that, then we should be able to log in here. So let me just go here and log into my .tk. So I'm just gonna log in here, and for this part, this is the main window basically. The only thing I want to check out, it's my domains and list my domains, and as you can see here, I listed it as chasecorp.tk. So I'm just gonna click on modify, and forwarding domain, it's the thing we want, but here refer to URL, what we want to do is we want to copy this long name. So I'm just gonna copy all the way to WordPress, because that's how we would access our page. So in here, we'll just put that in there. Next, and it looks like it's done. So let's test it. chasecorp.tk. Welcome, guys. Okay, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial, and I'll show you how, if you already have a host and a domain and that you bought, It's always better because it's faster and more secure. And of course, if the hosting fails or anything, you can call some support and get it popping. And like, I find these type of web pages very useful if you don't have the money to afford a lot of web pages and you kind of want to redirect users. So I would create, for example, chasecorp.com IT help desk, chasecorp something, and basically just try to get the traffic on this site. But we'll talk about that later. So thank you for watching and have a great day. Enjoy your free web page.